Hi YouTube, I'm back again. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I hope you've had a lovely last couple of weeks. I've been out of action due to being on holiday in the UK, going to visit family, see friends, visit some of the attractions, you know, all that good stuff, and also drank way too much and ate way too much as well, so as this is proven. So not to worry, back in to do some more YouTubing and give you guys some content to watch. So I've got my cup of tea and my cancelled fantasy mug. So let's do this. Let's rock and roll. So a couple of things have occurred, and just in the past couple of days. Lots occurred in the time I've been away, but the ones that have taken my attention most recently are going to make sense. But it's going to make sense why I talk about both of them at the same time. Because one is an example of how you don't do things. The other is absolutely an example of how you do things. So just the other day, the main teaser trailer, which a term I've never heard of before in my life. Usually it's teaser, main, final. But however, the main teaser trailer for the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power series was dropped the other day. I've seen it, I watched it last night, and you won't be surprised here if you've seen any of my videos prior to this. I wasn't impressed at all. It's just time after time, things are getting put out there, and they are just showing just the mediocrity that we might have to just take on the chin and accept is going to happen. Just accept our fate as Tolkien fans, if you yourselves are Tolkien fans as well, which I'm assuming you probably are if you've come to this video. It looked very bland, it looked very generic, it just looked like your run-of-the-mill fantasy costume drama. Nothing on it spoke anything about that it would be even close to related to Lord of the Rings. It was, the dialogue was really clunky, there was the intersectional elements as well, thanks to an interaction you see between Elrond and Galadriel. There's the line where she goes, "You haven't seen what I've seen," and he says back to her, "I've seen my fair share," and she repeats back to him with a dramatic da-da, and like a vision of her being covered in ashes and looking all war-worn and really just battle driven. And she repeats the line, "You haven't seen what I've seen," and it's like, oh goodness me. It's like, okay, right, Galadriel, vision or not, she's a powerful chick. She's a powerful elf. She can read minds. She can see into the future. She's and has like mystical powers that would basically make it so that, and as I've mentioned before, that she could snap her fingers and she could wipe out an entire army. Why does she need to have a sword on her back? Why does she need to be wearing an armor? I've been over this already, and you guys obviously have pointed it out too in one way or another. But but for her to be like that, yes, she's a powerful person, but she's speaking to fucking Elrond. Elrond is no slouch. He's like, this is the guy that went onto the battlefield against fucking Sauron and took out orcs like it was his fucking job. You know what I mean? You can't have this thing of one woman who's got no basis for having any kind of war background, of any kind of battle background, preaching to someone like Elrond, who, admittedly this is a younger version of him, will go on to become a warrior, will go on to fight in battles. And it's like, they're insulting in real time the Tolkien fan base, and it is so frustrating. Because the amount of money they've put into this as well, it's like $500 million budget for the entire series, and that price isn't reflected in what we've seen so far. It's just really disheartening and disappointing, and there's so much more in there as well that, I mean, I've disclosed I am a Tolkien fan. I have read the Lord of the Rings book several times. I've read The Hobbit several times. I've read the Silmarillion a couple of times as well, which I know a lot of people, I know how hard that is, but I have managed it a couple of times in my lifetime. But I'm still not as deeply steeped into the lore as a lot of the other fans are. There's people who know this stuff like the back of their hands. You know, they know every character name. They know all the areas of Middle Earth and the Shire. Or they know all of the details. Like, you know, they've memorised this stuff. They're engrossed in it in a way that I'm not. But I mean, the character names I do recognise, and I've seen the thing of it that was Ellen Dale, who's like the great grandfather of Aragorn, who speaks a line in the trailer as well, saying that the past is dead. It's like, okay, Last Jedi much? It's the same. It's the same shit that was said in the Star Wars sequels. Where that's the line from Kylo Ren, who says, like, let the past die, kill it if you have to. They're basically just pissing all over Tolkien's legacy by saying that this stuff isn't the good stuff anymore. We don't want you watching this. This isn't the stuff that you're going to pay attention to. You're going to pay attention to our stuff now. You're going to fucking like it. It's just like, and if you don't, you know the drill. Sexist, racist, homophobic, bigot, all that shit. So it's like I'm just nowhere near interested in this at this point, and the only reason I might watch it will be to give a review to you good people. So yay. But this will tie in, and it will make sense to something that's just occurred in the last couple of days too. Now, you guys, if you follow me, if you watch my stuff, you no doubt watch the content of a young man called Eric July, also known as Young Ripper. Is it Young Ripper 59? So pardon me if I get the numbers wrong, but yeah, he's a very prominent YouTuber. He's a libertarian type of guy. He covers pop culture, he covers politics. He's also a musician, and he has just recently dropped his or released, should I say, his comic book venture, which he's starting, called the Rippaverse. Now, he announced it via a very cool trailer, which I also watched yesterday for the first time, and I was very impressed. The guy's obviously switched on and knows what the hell he's doing. The website called rippaverse.com just opened up in the past past few days. I think it was like middle of last week, and he set a target, I believe, for he put the book that he's releasing is on there, but there's also a lot of merchandise like T-shirts, posters, trading cards, stuff like that, and he set a target to fund it for $100,000, and just the other day surpassed the mark of $2 million. Now that is fucking impressive for something that, you know, and this isn't like, it's not accidental, it's not luck. The guy is driven. You can tell just by the way he talks. He believes in himself. He believes in what he puts out there. He he put his money where his mouth is, literally, because he's invested his own money in this. He hasn't got like a ton of people behind him. The likes of Amazon with their $500 million budget for the Lord of the Rings TV series, in name only. He's literally putting his own money into this thing, and putting the work into it so that he can make it a success. And he's got other people helping. Obviously, he's got people who are helping him write the thing, draw the thing. He's got backstaff helping with customer service and IT. So it's a team of people, and he has said that himself. But it's all come from in there, from his brain, and he's obviously got the belief in himself that it would work. But he said himself, I've just gone off watching the most recent episode of Friday Night Tights, Hail Friday Night Tights, and he came on when they passed the 2 million mark, and he just looked like completely gobsmacked. He knew it was going to be successful because he has that belief in it, but I just don't think he thought it was going to take up that fast, that quickly, that much. And it was great. It's brilliant to see. Not being a comic book person myself, bar maybe watching the MCU movies and stuff, I've never really read a comic book. But I have a lot of respect for the people who are fans of this, and the way they've been treated in the past sort of 10, 15 years or so by the people who create the big name ones like Marvel and DC has been disgusting. They've been shitting all over the stuff that they love. They've been taking these characters that they love and making them unrecognisable by injecting a bunch of woke political bullshit into them. And people got pissed off about it, but all they get thrown in their face is, if you don't like it, then you must be, the things. The message is more important than the story, and they've made that very clear. So things like what Eric July is doing are important. They're making alternative entertainment, and they're along the lines of like the Daily Wire, and also Razor Fist, I love Razor Fist, hail him. He's writing his own stuff as well, and he was on Friday Night Tights as a guest too, and they're creating something to put out there that is a rival to this. It's not just a little pet project that when you can hear it in the way they talk about it, the likes of the guys from the Daily Wire, Eric July, Razor Fist, they're not just doing this as a little pet project. They want to be a rival to these things. They want to give people an alternative, something that they can read and enjoy, and for the story, not with a load of woke political shit injected into it. So it's so refreshing, it's so inspiring, and I'm so very pleased for him. And in the very unlikely chance that he gets to see this video, I just want to say kudos to you and to Razor Fist and to everyone else who's out there creating the new stuff, getting their voices out there, getting their stories out there, and giving people an option, because that's all anybody wants at this point. They're sick of the woke shit, they're sick of all the bollocks, and they just want to read or watch or listen to something good, something that tells a good story and has creativity and is new, fresh and exciting, and I'm just so hyped for them. Congratulations to you, Eric July, for reaching the 2 million mark, and I'm sure that's going to come for Razor Fist when he eventually releases his next book, which I believe is called Death Mask. That's going to come to you too, dude, so congratulations in advance. Not to not to jinx you or anything, but yeah, pre-congratulations are in order, I'm absolutely certain. So, thank you for watching, everyone. That was about as much as I've got to say on that matter. I hope you liked the video. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to check out any more videos just like this one. Share it with anyone you know who might be starting to feel the same way about this stuff. They're starting to notice that this stuff isn't as good as it used to be, that it's full of all this woke agenda shit. Show it to them. Send the link, whatever it is you want to do. And yeah, that'll be everything for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and bye bye.